main thing is that how much area is there. If void fraction is 0.5, so how much external area do we have? Now this is simple because let's say n number of particles are there, so n into 4 by 3 pi r cube is equal to, this is n into volume, is equal to 1 minus epsilon. Epsilon is voidage, so 1 minus epsilon is how much solid is there, solid volume is there, into the total volume, let's say Vt, and we need to find out n into the area 4 pi r square. So and per unit Vt, so it was simple. 1 minus epsilon is 0.5 and 4 pi r, we need 1 r, so 1 r was this. Okay, if this goes up, so this r cube, you can just put the value of n here into this and multiply this whole thing, so you will get 0.5 r and into 3, because this 3, this 1 r is there extra, and the r was given around as 2 millimeter. It was given, diameter was given of 4 millimeter, but r was 2 millimeter, so around I think 750, this came up around 750. Hope that is clear. Let's move on to the valves. uh, this time they asked about the valves, where they asked about gate valves. There were four options and we need to select the correct one. Gate valves regulate flow or not. So gate valve regulate flow, is this correct? Or second option was that check valves uh, change change direction change direction of flow, or I think it was either they can work with both the direction, which is not true. Then there was globe valves are linear, move linearly with stem position. So this type of question was there, and so you can see, I don't think this would be linear. I think gate valves are shut down on off valves. So one more option was there, I don't remember that, and I think that was the correct, I guess. So next question was 24th. This was PFR, in ideal PFR, in the RTD was given. So it was given as direct delta and t minus 3, and the k value was given as 0.5. We need to find the mean conversion, which would be nothing but integration of conversion into e of t. This was e of t and dt, and now it was quite simple. We know conversion in a PFR is 1 minus e to the power minus kt, and we need to put the direct delta function with of t minus 3 here. So putting this means you need to put t is equal to 3, so here you need to put 3, k is 0.5 and t is equal to 3, so this would be the answer. The answer would be, let me write it up, 1 minus e to the power minus 0.5 into 3, that would be the answer. This is k, and because of using direct delta function, this 3 came. Now next question is 25, and okay, so the next question was that in a zero order reaction, was taking place, and we have a PFR of, let's say, particular volume, and the conversion comes up 40%. If we just add another CSTR with same volume, how much conversion would be at the outlet? Now it's a zero order reaction, so I don't think you need to calculate, because V by V naught, this mu naught is equal to Ca naught XA upon the Now the minus RA would become just K. So this is constant, this is constant, this is for CSTR, but if you just do it for PFR also, the V depends on only XA. So if volume is same, volume is doubled, so the conversion will be doubled, it will be 80%. And that was the right option. Now another question. Next question would be 26. A lot of questions. In here E of t was given exit distribution 0.50, and here the t value was less than 1 and 3. These values I think less than 1 or something greater than 3, less than 1, less than 1, t would be less than 1. So this was given, this is the main thing, because here only we see the exit age fraction coming out. So what we have to find is mean resistance time, which will be integration of t et dt, and just integrate because these are 0, so 1 2 3, and this will be t square by 2, and from 1 to 3 into et would be 0.5. This would come up upon 9, 3 square 9, 9 minus 1 is 8, 8 by 2 is 4, 4 into half is 4 into half is 2. That is the mean resistance time. Next question 27. Let me increase the speed, I guess, because we have to cover it as quick as possible, I guess. So next question was very simple. We know C is equal to C naught e to the power minus kt. So the question was asked that what will be the concentration at time is equal to 0. It will be C naught, and this was given as 0.03. We need to just compare an equation was given like this, e to the minus 0.01 t, and we need to just compare it with C naught and this value for k, not minus is separate, k is 0.01. so that was the question. Next 28, and it was given a second order reaction, and in this reaction it was quite interesting that we have a PFR plus CSTR and a CSTR plus PFR. So first PFR, then CSTR, what will be the conversion, like XA1, then CSTR plus PFR. Let's say this was, I guess, XA2 given in the question. Those who have given it, they may know. So which conversion would be greater? Now it was a second order reaction, so if we use a CSTR is that the whatever it is coming, it will directly change into some CA. Okay, directly, instantly it will change. So the problem is that rate is depends upon k square, and if this CA is directly changing, uh, CA will be reduced because of reaction. Okay, so CA naught that is coming will actually directly reduce, and the rate that will be going in the PFR would be like very less. So it's better to use PFR first and do the mixing later. Mixing later would help to get more conversion. So XA2 will be greater than XA1. Okay, that was conceptual, and I hope this was the question. If this wasn't the question, or the solution is different, or something else I missed out in the question, you can just comment, those who have given it. Else I think this was the question. Okay, so 29th question. I'm also human, I'm not a machine, so I don't remember the exact, but I still know a lot of questions and I will share them now. So 29th is like equilibrium. What happens at equilibrium? uh, okay, now equilibrium, the forward rate would be equal to the backward rate. They will not stop. So there were four options, and the right answer was that the forward rate is equal to backward rate. So it is not that forward rate would stop or the both rates will stop. No, they will be there, but they will be equal. So nothing is actually, net movement is zero. There was also question on autocatalytic reaction, where A plus R was given into R plus R, and we need to tell if we need to use CSTR or PFR, and if we increase the order, what will happen. This kind of question also came. Okay, now next, now in autocatalytic we know that if the R is coming, it is better to use it as a reactant in the next step. So what do you think? In CSTR it will be better. CSTR is complete mixing, and in PFR it just moves out. So what do you think? How we will get back? So there were many options. I don't remember the options right now, so you can just comment. But the thought was this. The important is thought. Now 31st question, I guess. 31st question was, uh, a reaction was given, 2A gives 2B plus C, and here we need, it was a constant volume. Remember this, constant volume. So how much pressure will increase if there are 50% inerts? 50% inert is going into with A, so how much the pressure will rise? So can we use this P is equal to P naught 1 plus epsilon XA at 100% XA? Then how much this will increase? Now epsilon is easy to find. 2 plus 1 3, 3 minus 2 1 divided by 2 into 50% inert 1 by 2, that is 1 by 4. So this was the question, and I think the right answer was 25%. You can calculate that. The next question, 33, it was A gives D and A gives U or B. This is desired, this is undesired. The activity coefficient was given as 400 by RT like this, and it was Ca square e to the power minus 300 by RT Ca, and obviously if we see the selectivity Ca, we need more of Ca, so it's better to use PFR. And we see the activation coefficient, the activation energy here is 400, and here is 300, so we need to increase the temperature, high temperature. High temperature and PFR. Next is 34. 34 is that there were various options like NH3 ammonia production is endothermic, no. So, and HNO3, the nitric acid production goes to 90%, nitric acid can be obtained, that's also no. Then there was this option, doubly promoted doubly promoted uh, iron catalyst is used in NH3 production, which was the right one. Iron catalyst, doubly promoted iron catalyst is used in ammonia synthesis, ammonia production, whatever you tell. The next question was simple, where is used contact process, and a lot of options were given, and the right answer is sulfuric acid, to obtain sulfuric acid. Okay, I'm writing very fast, so just I hope you get my voice. I am clear and audible. So contact process was sulfuric acid. Now to get sulfuric acid. Now let me just rub this. Now the next question, 30, what was the number? 36, I guess. 36 number question. It came on steam reforming of natural gas. This also came, and here it was asked that what are the products obtained. So they were H2. I remember all the options here now. They were H2, 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 H2. So you cannot eliminate any of the options because H2 is released. Now there was CO2, O2, CO2, COO2, and CO. Which is the right answer? Now I'm going to tell you about this reaction, and I hope you will get to know what would be the right answer. If you know water gas shift reaction, then CO plus H2O, water, this is water gas shift reaction will produce CO and O, CO2 plus H2. Water gas shift reaction. Okay, now next question, 37. It was in electrified furnace, phosphoric acid. We produce phosphoric, let me write it, phosphoric acid. What is not the raw material? There was sand. The options were sand. In this whole production where the electrified furnace is used for the production of phosphoric acid, what is not the raw material? There was sand, there was coke, and there was sulfuric acid, H2SO4, and one more was there, phosphate rock. Okay, so this was the question, and quite of metallurgy question. So if you find it, write in the comment. A very fact based question. Now 38. Okay, so 38 question will be of thermo. We are moving to thermodynamics, where Q is equal to U plus W was there. A simple question. W was around, so work was input. We input work and we got out Q. So we know that it is minus Q, U minus W. So we need to find out U. So U will be W minus Q. It was around 6,000, I don't know, 6,000 something, and minus 29,000 something. So it was around 3,000 something like this, 3090 or something. But the main thing is concept that you get, that that Q is out, so it is minus, and W is in, so it is minus. Now the next question, 40 question. We have like completed 40 questions now. The 40 questions were mixer settler, where it was given that if we want low viscosity fluid in a mixer settler, the settling of the phases will be faster if we have low viscosity, low surface tension, or high viscosity, high surface tension, or low viscosity, high surface tension, or high viscosity, low surface tension. So viscosity and surface tension, what will be? They will high or low. So viscosity is obviously low. I want you to think about the surface tension. If this is a mixer settler, then how these phases will separate? What impact does it place of the surface tension? We have to separate it. So what impact will play the surface tension? Should it be high or low for better settling, easy settling and faster settling? Now 41 question is ethanol water or something, methanol water was given percentage. So I don't know the thing, the question, but it was like some ethanol, water percentage was given, a mixture was made, and in the mixture we need to just balance. Like it was said 7% ethanol, 93% water. To make it, we use two solutions of A and B. One had point one had 5% ethanol, and the other had 25% ethanol. So this had 95% water, this had 75% water. So a simple balance, the concept is balance here, and I will show you how to balance it. It is simple. We get two equations. One is we don't know quantity of A and B, that we need to find. A and B are solutions, we need to mix them. So for ethanol balance, we need to do ethanol balance. Would be like the whole solution quantity, let's say W, the mixture, into the percentage, into percentage ethanol, that it will be A into percentage ethanol in A plus percentage ethanol into B. Simple mass balance of ethanol and then same mass balance of water. Then you can get A and B easily. Now 42 question was of some HP horsepower was given something, and the thermal efficiency was given, and here Q was also given, the heat. So we need to find out the net energy released or something. So this was open flow, so we can just write the equation that Q plus W delta H, that one. So not that equation, but that we write of the like flow, for the flow. I don't remember the question that, but this kind of question was also given for flow systems. Okay, then 43 would be the grinding Bond's law. So grinding, crushing, uh, it was given on Bond's law, and the question was like it was on work index was given, well, not directly, but it was said that how this much work, like 15. We can also do it this way. Let's say kb, and 1 upon 100 micron minus 1 upon infinity. Why infinity? Because a large feed. Then we need to find out the power required, P by M. Power required, this we need to find out. Again kb, if we had a product size of 50 micron minus infinity. So this way you can just cancel kb, or you can just use the work index 0.3162 kb. That also works well here. Anything you can do, because this is Bond's law. Next 44 question, it was on centrifugal extractor, and the options were